Okay, my name's Evan Scheibel, and in this, my first quick tip video that I'm going to be doing for CG Toots here, we're going to look at just a real quick way to be able to work procedurally in a studio setting with particle flow. Now, a lot of people don't really understand what it means to work procedurally. They don't really understand what it means to work in a studio setting, and that's okay because not everybody works like that. But even if you don't, there's many benefits for even hobbyist usage. Even a small boutique can use something like this, and it's a feature in I think Particle Flow Toolbox 1, but it came inside the Creativity extension for 3D Studio Max 2009, and it comes stock out of the box in 3ds Max 2010, and that's the presets feature inside of Particle Flow. Now that's not the only thing we're going to look at. We're also going to look at not necessarily setting up a scene from scratch, but what it means to work procedurally in general, just so you can see kind of the basics of what that is. Okay, so to get to the presets feature of Particle Flow, what you want to do is press 6 on your keyboard. I'll try that again. Press 6 on your keyboard, and that brings up your Particle Flow view, or your particle view. And you have all your different things down here, and this can be pretty intimidating to the newcomer, but there's a lot of stuff out there on Particle Flow. Just take a look. I have a site, particleflow.net, tons of stuff. So don't be intimidated by this little depot here of particle, different operators and stuff, because it's really not that difficult once you kind of get the basics. We're going to look at this one right here, the particle preset flow. Now, I've already set up in a previous, well, not a previous video, but before this video, I've already set up a particle flow, a particle flow. So I'm going to drag out my preset flow, which brings up this little rollout. Now, I have one here called Plasma Blast version 1. Now, I'm going to highlight that, and you can see a particle description shows up down here. Simulates a plasma blast that interacts with scene, walls, props, etc. Now I wrote that, I kind of saved this here and made this, so I'm going to hit OK, and that's going to automatically load this entire particle system right here with everything that we need to get up and running with this plasma blast scene. And you can just see real fast what this does here. I'll just deselect that, and all I have is, pretty easy. I've got some little rocks and different things, and this is just a pretty excuse me, stereotypical, spacey plasma-like explosion that you would see. I didn't go to great lengths here to be unique with the explosion, but nonetheless, these come in handy whatever industry you're working in, whether it be games, for cinematics, whether it be film, things like that. And so this preset automatically loads this here, and also it automatically brings in deflectors that we can use, only 3 of them, but it brings them in so we can use those, or any artist can use those to kind of set up where you can resize those, move them around, and they are procedural, so you can kind of just move that around. Let me change this here to local, and you can move this and it will automatically react with the particles no matter where you put it. So if you have a wall somewhere, or a prop in your scene that you need to react, you can resize that and make it exactly what you need for proper interaction with that explosion. And that's what it means to work procedural. Now, however you set this up, let's say you're working with a particular scene, and you set this up exactly how you want it for that specific scene, and you want another artist to be able to just grab this preset, drop it in the scene, and it automatically is exactly how it needs to look. Well, all you have to do is set your deflectors up. We'll just pretend like we're doing that here. So E on the keyboard brings up the rotation gizmo, and I'll just rotate that around. W brings up the transform gizmo. We'll just stick that somewhere right in the explosion there. Okay, let's say that's how it needs to look, with 2 walls and maybe a prop over here kind of off kilter. So it just needs to interact with this plasma explosion just like this. Now this, obviously we need to tweak that, come in here, bring down our bounce to, like, I don't know, 0.1. Alright, and that, looks alright. Okay, that good for now. Let's just take this now and say we want this to have. Let's say you're a supervisor or a director, TD, and you want to hand this off to a junior or a freelancer or somebody that's going to be working on this same scene and needs this particle set up, but you don't want them to have to fiddle with it. So what you can do is take this, bring again 6 on the keyboard, brings up your particle view. Select it all. And then go up to Tools, Preset Manager. And that's going to bring up this little dialog. Now, for preset name, you can name it whatever you want. Let's just say Plasma Blast _ scene 1024. Just so your artist knows that this is a plasma, not balst. This is a plasma blast, and it's for scene whatever this is. That's kind of a lot. So 1024 B. I don't know. Okay, so depending on your name convention, wherever you're working or whatever it is, that'll be different. So, and then preset description. Let's just say preset Plasma Blast set up to work with scene dynamically. No need to change anything. Okay, and then all you do from this point is just make sure you've got everything up in these two the way you want them. And right here, just you have the Plasma Blast version 1.0. That's just the presets you have saved. So when you have this set up, just hit Save Scene as Preset Flow. And bingo, there it is. We'll close this out, go to File, Reset. Don't even have to save your changes. Do you really want to reset? Yes. I'm going to maximize this window, Alt-W. And then from this, all we have to do, hit 6 on the keyboard, drag out our preset flow, and there it is. Plasma Blast scene, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead and see what we've got, and automatically, there we have it. It's all ready to go. Perfect. Okay, that is this quick tip. Really simple, easy, but also really handy, really powerful once you can really take advantage of this within your workplace, your work setting. Even if you're a freelancer, you can use this. Maybe even as just as much as a studio setting, because make your preset particle flow, send it off to your client. Let's say you're working freelance for a studio, they can load it up, check it out, approve, disapprove, tell you any changes, and you can work a lot easier that way than, let's say, sending huge scene files back and forth, renders, whatever it is. So just a lot of uses for this technique, and I hope this was helpful. And my name's Evan Scheibel, and I will see you in the next video.